Today we're going to make an outdoor sofa. Because this sofa is going to be outside, I wanted to use a wood that would naturally resist the elements. So I ordered some samples of tropical hardwood decking from Advantage Lumber. Now I tried out Garapa, Tigerwood, and Cumaru. All of these species have characteristics that are similar to Ipe, but they're considerably cheaper. I ended up going with Cumaru and bought a bunch of 8-foot long boards that were 1 inch thick and 5.5 inches wide. After measuring the boards, I used my circular saw to cut them to length. Now don't worry, I'll put dimension drawings on my website. Now whenever you cut a piece of tropical hardwood decking, you want to make sure to seal the ends right afterwards. This keeps the wood from drying too fast and checking or cracking. Now the design of this sofa requires a support beam that goes between the legs, and for this I had to rip one of the boards the long way. I used waterproof Titebond glue to glue these two pieces together to create a beam that has a little bit of a ledge in it that's going to support the backrest. I also added some stainless steel screws. Now it's important to make sure that you pre-drill your holes because this tropical hardwood is really dense. The cushions are going to rest on a platform made out of 4 boards. For the backboard, I had to cut out a notch that's going to allow the backrest to slide in. I spaced out the boards for the seating deck about 1/4 inch apart and then started screwing the leg boards to them. Now I did this from the underside so that you won't see the heads of the screws. This is a really easy project to do since all the connections just require stacking and screwing. After securing 5 layers of the legs on each side, I was then ready to add in some shorter pieces that'll fit around the beam that's going to support the backrest. I screwed in the beam and then added another layer over the top. Now, if you wanted the sofa to be a little bit higher off the ground, you could just keep adding more layers from here. I bought these outdoor cushions from Target and did a quick test fit so that I would know how long to cut the pieces for the backrest. I then ripped another long piece of deck board to create the support pieces that would connect all the pieces in the backrest. Now the screw heads in the back are going to show, so I chose stainless steel screws. Now this is great because they look good, but it's tricky because they're really soft and are easy to break. Again, this is why it's really important to pre-drill and countersink your holes. Now these boards came really smooth, but I still gave them a little bit of a light sanding with 150 grit paper. This was just to remove any scratches or scuff marks during the building process. Typical masks always annoy me, but I really like these RZ masks. I'll put a link to them in the description box below. I wiped the boards down with acetone to remove any oil or dust that might be stuck to the wood. I finished the wood with Teak Oil. Now it's important to use a finish that's specifically formulated for wood that's this dense. The back slides right into the base, and then the cushions can just be wrapped right around the slats in the back. I like that the back comes off because it makes the whole thing easier to move, but if you wanted to, you could screw the two pieces together. For more detailed instructions, including dimension drawings of this project, be sure to visit our website. If you want to see what we're working on next, follow us on Instagram. That's where we post daily updates to what we're working on. Thanks for watching, check out some of our other videos, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thanks! Bye.